Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. This is the Element Optics Titan 3-18 by 50 first focal plane. The Element scope comes with a comprehensive instruction manual, a detailed reticle information booklet, all the Allen keys you need. It's got stretch over rubber lens caps as well as flip up lens caps, a 76mm sunshade and a lens cleaning cloth. Magnification zooms from 3 to 18 times with a 180 degree sweep clockwise. The additional throw lever is supplied with the scope and is removable if you don't want to use one. Overall elevation travel mechanically within the scope is 43.6 milliradians or 150 minutes of angle, depending on which version of the scope you choose. The Element is available in either minute of angle or milliradian turrets. These are milliradian turrets you can see here. As well as a zero stop, you can also dial negative travel, and I've set it up so I've got 25 clicks of negative travel if I need to change zero. Matching reticles are also available in minutes of angle or milliradians to match the turret click values. On this version of the scope and metric adjustment, there are 5 milliradians available in either direction, left and right of centre. Elevation travel is 100 clicks per turn, which is 10 milliradians. There's a vernier scale underneath to illustrate which rotation you're in, and you can also set up a zero stop at zero, although I've set mine up with 25 clicks below zero, just to cope with different ammunition types and box testing the scope on paper. Each click is equal to 10mm or 1 centimetre at 100 metres, which is 0.1 milliradians. The 34mm diameter tube allows the large internal lenses to retain large mechanical range of movement to offer true long-range capability from this optic. There is 70mm of clear tube space in front of the saddle and 65mm to the rear of the saddle. This helps set up position perfectly to cope with the 102mm eye relief. The left side dial corrects parallax from below 10 metres all the way out to infinity. There's no backlash, you get a crystal clear picture, and of course that short range capability means it's suitable from air rifles all the way up to centre fires, at any distance you want. Reticle focus is easy to control with a fast focus eyepiece at the back, and this is smaller in diameter than the external body of the tube, which means if you do use rear add-on accessories or if you take the lens caps on or off, they don't actually interfere with the rotation position of this. That's a very handy feature that not all manufacturers consider. I like the fact it's tapered on the edge here so that anything going on fits on smoothly. The clicks are all gently audible and fully tactile with easy function and little overrun likelihood. Overall length is 370mm or 14.6 inches. Weight is 976 grams or 34 ounces. Once you've set the rifle up and zeroed it correctly into position and you want to set the collar to mark zero, simply undo the cap on the top. It's got grippy knurling on it, and then lift it up, press it down to mark zero, and then put the collar back in position. And you've now got control either way with still marked zero position. To set the zero stop, take the cap off, remove the collar, and with the supplied Allen key, slacken the 3 circumferential grub screws. Then turn the collar here all the way to touch the stop there and tighten the grub screws back in position. And simply reset the collar at zero position. Replace the cap, and you've got full elevation control with a firm zero stop. If you want to set negative travel with the collar here loosened and the turret cap back on, dial down perhaps 2 milliradians. Remove the cap and then tighten the collar in place. This makes up for the fact that the collar itself moves up and down as it rotates, and if you set it too low down it can jam on the mechanism. Just remember when you put the cap back on that that should now read at, I've chosen -2 and my 0 is there. So with the top on, I can dial on as much elevation as I want, and when it hits the 0 stop it's just below 0, dial back up slightly and I'm on 0 now. Please bear in mind a lot of the footage was filmed with a Trigger Cam 2.1 looking through the element scope. Any problems you might see are due to the fact that the Trigger Cam has to be manually focused and it's not as quick to use as either the rifle scope or as versatile as the human eye. So please forgive any slightly misaligned reticles or pictures you don't think are as crisp as they should be, because please believe me, it's my setup on the Trigger Cam, it's nothing to do with the element scope. Here you can see I'm doing a box test with 20 milliradians dialed up, right, down, left and back to 0 again. With the Trigger Cam in position you can obviously see the reticle moving within the picture, which is not always easy to see when you're using a rifle scope normally. Also note how audible the clicks are and defined they are when changing elevation settings, and windage too. Just as a point to note here, you can see how the reticle is being dialed to the left, which of course makes the point of impact move to the right. That's normal in scopes and not something that you always notice. The lower stadia on this reticle also shows a Christmas tree-like pattern with multiple aim-off marks for windage correction as well as the elevation options. As well as improved contrast for any light conditions, this makes the scope more versatile if you use night vision add-ons, and being first focal plane also means you can use low magnification and the smallest reticle without straining to see where it is, in contrast to the background field of view. Note how the bullet holes are appearing in target exactly underneath the 2 milliradian aim-off marks. To complete the box test, I dial up 2 milliradians, right 2 milliradians to make sure point of 0 returns to the centre of the orange patch. 2 milliradians is 20 clicks on this scope, remember. The exit pupil remains 2.7mm even at the highest magnification, and with 16.6mm at 3 times makes for a very inviting space, allowing generous freedom of movement in more time-critical scenarios, especially when tracking a moving target or trying to home in on moving, distant quarry from awkward supporting positions, where the throw lever allows effortless magnification control with less rifle disturbance. You've actually seen me shoot on target, dial down 10, 20, 30 and 40 milliradians, and then use the upper stadia to actually aim below the target and still get precision hits. That's the whole joy of a first focal plane reticle, where the turret and the reticle match each other perfectly for dialed or aim off capability. Field of view at 100 metres from 3 to 18 times magnification is 13.75 to 2.28 metres. That's 41 to 6.8 feet at 100 yards. You can hear me changing the intensity on the reticle illumination. I'm using it at the brightest possible because I was actually in quite bright conditions today. But of course in low light you won't need it as bright as this. There are 6 positions and there are intervening off positions as well. So it's quick to change back and forth between what settings you need and turn it off to save battery life. The outer cap is removable, and the CR2032 battery is underneath. There's no automation, so don't forget to switch it off after use. The reliable dialing capability is what makes the Titan a particularly good multi-range rifle scope. The fact that Parallax will adjust down below 10 meters doesn't mean it's only useful for centre fires, that makes it useful for rim fires as well. So you get both ends of the spectrum in terms of optical capability, regardless of what type of rifle you own. Being that it's a first focal plane rifle scope, note that as I change magnification, the reticle stays in perfect proportion. Regardless of magnification, all those milliradian hash marks you can see on the reticle match the turrets perfectly. So you can either dial off or aim off shots with complete agreement between the settings used and the reticle visually. The Titan has been a straightforward test project. Elements set out to take their 5x magnification range Titan scope, more dedicated for target use, and broaden its appeal with lower magnification and a 6x zoom range for broader range of shooters, specifically hunters wanting the benefits of first focal plane and the adaptability of illumination with a broader field of view. This is a good scope that offers one of the best optical mechanical balances without excessive marketing hype out there. Adjustments are precise, the mechanics feel high quality, and the honest image quality is well balanced for relaxed sighting. Fair capability with poor light was very welcome, and the Platinum lifetime warranty is also an attractive aspect of Titan ownership, offering significant peace of mind at an attractive price. Build quality is extremely good, no untoward internal noise from the mechanics, and exemplary finishing standards to all aluminium surfaces. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching that review. Please like, subscribe and comment, and don't forget to click the notification bell to keep track of my weekly uploads. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.